Breaking news right now, a live look from Air Tracker 7. One Denver police officer shot in the shoulder during a chase in northwest Denver less than 2 hours ago. Right now, police telling 7 News there's a total of 5 suspects. 3 are in custody, 1 is dead, and right now police are looking for that 5th suspect near 39th and Navajo.
There are several active crime scenes at this moment. The chase starting near 46th and Pecos, where the suspect's truck clipped a police car and then took off. Still firing at officers from the car, according to police officers. 1 bullet piercing through a windshield, hitting an officer at 39th and Osage. He's expected to be okay. Again, police arresting some suspects near 39th and Navajo, and right now searching for a 5th.
And 7 News reporter Amanda Koss begins our live team coverage with that search in areas on lockdown. Amanda?
Ann and Mike, 1 gunman right now on the run and a very active search underway. This entire neighborhood almost under lockdown as Denver police are searching for 1 gunman on the run. Now, behind me, we're about a block away. You cannot really see the scene. We are at 39th and Cuivas, a block and a half away from 39th and Osage. Now, we want to give you a view from up above Air Tracker 7. Soon after, a red truck crashed into a tree there. You could see smashed into that tree. Now, from that area, 1 suspect was apprehended. You can see a man on the ground with handcuffs. Police working to track down a total of 5 different suspects involved in this chase, an officer-involved shooting. 2 suspects were shot, 1 shot dead, the other taken to the hospital. Another suspect, 2 of them have been apprehended, and 1 is on the run. Now, caught in the middle of all of this, neighbors trying to walk their dog and parents trying to pick up their children. Hear from them now.
Just stopped for a walk and all hell broke loose.
They have a fugitive they're looking for, which is a little unsettling, but judging by the police presence, they'll get him.
And talking about that police presence, you can see it around me. You can hear it as well as the helicopter up overhead. Now, Denver police, a message from them to those in this area of 40th and Osage. Now, they sent out this message within the last 20 minutes asking residents to stay in their homes until they have been notified. This is a very active and fluid situation as they search for this 1 missing gunman. Reporting live from 39th and Cuivas, Amanda Koss, 7 News.
And 7 News learning the suspects were not only shooting at police from their truck that crashed here, they were also throwing things at officers to try to get away. 7 News reporter Jacqueline Allen live near 39th and Osage, where the officer was shot. Jacqueline?
We are hearing some incredible stories about what was going on with witnesses, but right here, right now at 38th and Osage, you can see it's still a very active scene. A lot is going on here. We're told this crash that you can see right here, you can tell how huge the impact was just from the debris that is on the street. We're told that this was actually officers colliding with each other as they were chasing after this pickup. You can see behind that scene, that's Columbus Park. Off in the distance there, about a block away, you can just make out the red pickup that is basically the subject. This is what they were chasing. I don't know if you can make that out. We've got it zoomed in pretty far. They have us pretty far away from that. But we are finding out some new information about the people inside that red pickup. I want to roll some video we just took from Denver Health. These suspects were all taken to the hospital. We do know now, according to police, in the last 10 minutes, they told us that 1 person was dead, presumably, they said, from a gunshot wound. 1 person is in critical condition, and another person is in the hospital with dog bite injuries. Those are all males, 3 men in that situation, and then 1 female was taken to the hospital with injuries that were consistent with a crash. But what's amazing is what witnesses are telling us about what happened and how this all got started. Take a listen to what Daryl Crespin has to say about what he saw.
They came barreling through here and they hit them 2 cars. They had a right rear flat tire. Boom, and they hit that and they kept going. So
my eyepiece got handed here. All right, so again, I'm live here at Crespin Park at 38th and Osage, and you can see behind me officers here. They say they will be here for a very long time. I want to talk about the officer who was shot. We do know that he's been upgraded from critical to serious condition. He was shot in the shoulder, and police are telling me they do not believe that his injuries are life-threatening, so that is very good news, because witnesses I talked to say they heard a lot of gunfire. Officers were firing back at these suspects. Witnesses tell me they actually saw one of the suspects firing from the bed of of the pickup, firing back at officers, and then throwing things out of the bed of the pickup, trying to stop officers. And I said, can you believe that he was doing that? They said, well, if you're talking about someone who is supposedly shooting at officers, I can believe that they would do anything. So we are keeping track of what's going on here. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio. Reporting live, Jacqueline Allen, 7 News.
Thank you, Jacqueline. 7 News always investigating. Reporter Marshall Zellinger digging into how this chase started. Marshall, you found out this may have started with the suspects shooting at kids?
According to police radio traffic, at least 2 people were wanted for shooting a handgun earlier in the day in 3 different parts of the metro area, including an area in Montbello near a school and a church. You're seeing Air Tracker 7 over northwest Denver at the end of a police pursuit. Denver police were alerted to a red Dodge pickup with potential suspects who may have fired shots in different cities earlier today.
There's suspects in a felony menacing out of Thornton with shots fired. They've also fired shots in District 5 at 12:48 this afternoon and in Aurora.
The report from 1248 comes out of Montbello. This is what it sounded like on dispatch radio.
Whoever calling this in said there's a party in a pickup shooting a handgun at kids, unknown if anyone shot. They said that the male shot at 2 black males about 12 to 13 years old that took off running westbound.
We checked the background of 2 potential suspects, both with criminal histories dating back 2 decades to when they were 18 years old. One suspect is 34 years old. His criminal history includes assaults, thefts, and numerous charges for obstruction of police. Another suspect is 37 years old. His criminal history includes weapons charges and menacing. We're still digging into the histories of the others injured and the one suspect killed. Reporting live, Marshall Zellinger, 7 News.
A lockdown at several schools just lifted a few minutes ago, put on lockdown while police search for the suspect at Horace Mann, Bryant Webster, and Sandoval elementary schools. The lockdown meaning that parents are required to pick up their students and show ID. And we found one dad who went rushing to Bryant Webster, where he has 2 kids.
Just out for a walk and all hell broke loose.
They have a fugitive they're looking for, which is a little unsettling, but judging by the police presence, they'll get him.
Well, 7 News with continuing coverage of the shooting right now on thedenverchannel.com. You will find a timeline of events as well as video and pictures from the scene. So stay with 7 News for updated information on this breaking news.